a ship last night, rooting through big bags full of bunches of bananas, looking for carrots. I'm filming a Dispatches episode on the link between fruit and organised crime. The mafia have actually started putting daffodil genes into carrots to make them yellow. They then sell them as bananas. 1 in every 8 bananas bought in Britain today is actually a genetically modified carrot. And a shocking 2/3 of these are eaten by children under the age of 3. Too young to know the difference. Aye, the world of fruit crime is a very shocking world. A very seedy world. Apart from the seedless grapes, of course. Unless they're being eaten in a brothel. Aye, there's a lot of bad apples out there. Not to mention some pretty nasty people too. So I'm in the hull of this ship and this hand slams down on my shoulder and I wheel round and who should be stood behind me but the man from Del Monte himself. You know, I couldn't believe it. I was totally starstruck because we all know him from the telly, right? The man from Del Monte, he say yes. Or if you meet him in real life, he actually says, "Get the fuck off my ship, you thieving cabbage-faced balding bastard." For 16 years of my life, I was actually a member of Fruit and Veg Squad. A crack police unit involved exclusively in the policing of the lucrative world of your 5 a day. And for 7 years of that I went undercover, infiltrating a gang of rogue greengrocers called the Cabbage Patch Dolls. They were responsible for supplying the Archies with cucumber for their sandwiches during the Falklands War. Anyway, over time I got sucked deeper and deeper in their world and it changed me, irreversibly in some ways. But from a young age I've always been interested in fresh produce and its history. For instance, do you know why they're called kiwis and not kipoos? Well, actually, they used to be called kipoos because sailors used to smuggle them into the country up their arses to avoid paying the heavy import tax on them. They'd then poo them out on the quay side after disembarking ship. When the import tax was dropped, to avoid such acts of barbarism in British ports, the name was changed to Kiwis, because it was now a wheeze to get them into the country. Actually, the reason Kiwis are hairy is because after being stuck for so long up sailors' bums, they evolved hair to blend in. A good sailor could fit up to 1,000 Kiwis in his anus and still be able to dance the hornpipe. Now, they say there's no word in the English language that rhymes with orange. This hasn't always been the case. During the reign of King William III, son of William of Orange, there was a word that rhymed with orange, but King William banned it, punishable by death. But I've had a few drinks, so I'm going to say it. The word was famine-a-shornage. And famine-a-shornage used to mean the underside of an ox. And a song was made up about William III that went like this. King William III, son of William of Orange, has an aroma we've heard like the smell of famine-a-shornage. Obviously in today's world, with rude language being so common, it's hard to understand how insulting that song was. So I've written a modern day equivalent. Queen Lizzie II, daughter of George V, the public all reckon is a guppy-faced, saturated, fat-wearing, parasitic, stupid, hairy rat mallet. But I actually got the sack from Fruit and Veg Squad. I was sacked for gross misconduct. Right, and I think I've been done a great injustice. You tell me if this is bad. Right, I was patrolling a greengrocer's and a woman knocked a peach off the display shelf. And I saw it and I said, "No! Peach!" And I dived to try and catch it before it hit the floor, and irreparable bruising occurred. Well, I didn't get it, and it hit the floor with a bump, and I told the woman she'd have to pay for the damage she'd caused. And she wouldn't do it, she refused, she said it was an accident. So I threw the peach at her. I didn't even hit her. And then I pinned her down and farted on her eyes. conduct, yes, but gross. I mean, I've seen worse on an episode of Rosie and Jim. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sam Quinn! Oh, you're just giving away my drinks willy-nilly now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, one of the hardest elements of any comedy night is to headline. We've got a headline act now. As I introduce the headline act, I'd like to applaud, cheer, clap, scream, building up